my wife went in the hospital, I looked at her phone and I counted over the past 2 years 18 people who had texted her and said, if you ever want to talk about your husband, you can talk to me and say anything and I'll keep it confidential. Why the heck does somebody want to hear what somebody else says about their spouse? And 2 of those 18 were men. I thought, what? And I was thinking, when I read that, I thought, Mark Cassidy, he's one of our elders here, and Jackie, she oversees our New Testament discipleship. Could you see Mark calling another woman and saying, you know what, I just want to tell you some things about my wife I don't like? Or could you see Jackie calling a woman or a man, either one? No, if someone wants to call you and say bad things about somebody else, that's a demon talking to you. And the only way to respond is with the word of God.
So as you can tell in this part of the sermon where he is talking about his wife, he's talking about going through 2 years worth of her phone messages while she is in hospital. And clearly he sees messages in there from males offering her a shoulder to cry on. Clearly she has had some issues and has needed someone to talk to. And obviously he then turns that into, well, this is like you're listening to the demon. This is demon-like behavior. Why would anyone contact another person to ask them about their spouse? And it shows you the insight into his thoughts about her. I'm now going to play you the second sermon that I picked up on. Have a listen and let's see what we think.
Face in our bodies, and pride is probably the most horrible thing we can face in our spirits. And here's why. When you're mentally ill, it's the one sickness you have that you don't know you're sick. And you have to trust people around you, because you're saying, no, they're lying to me. They're telling me I need medicine. I don't need medicine, because the thing that's sick is your mind, and your mind is what you need to realize that you're sick. One day I'm going to preach about getting rich, strong, healthy, and finding a hot wife that loves Jesus. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just kidding. That was wrong. I told you I shouldn't be here today. I told you. Last year, my wife, they went to Africa, had a wonderful trip, amazing trip. And she came back with the idea to start a school in Africa. And 6 weeks ago, she goes in the hospital, gets out, and just leaves. Just completely leaves me, leaves everything, drains the bank account, and goes. And guess what? While you're talking bad about me out there, I'm building a school in Africa for over 100 kids.
And as you can see in that video, he is merely pointing out about mental health, and that's a clear dig at his wife and saying that obviously mental health, you don't know that you're sick with your mental health, so you have to trust other people around you, which isn't true, because a lot of people with mental health do know that they have those issues. And some conditions, yes, they can take people out of reality, but I kind of feel that was very interesting that he's planting that kind of information. And then obviously when he tells the congregation that his wife has died and it was self-induced, he's kind of been building this up, hasn't he, in his sermons all along. And then he talks about finding a hot wife that believes in Jesus, and again, not appropriate, is it, in a church? I think he thinks that's funny, but I would assume that, if you are in a church, why are you saying that kind of stuff? And then there's all that talk about his wife leaving him 6 weeks ago, and so you can kind of see, and this is just some of the things that we've found that's out there. It will be interesting. I'm sure there is more videos of him talking about his wife, and not in a good light. That's the one thing that he's not doing. He's not talking about her in a positive light at all. It's all negative, and I kind of feel like it's because obviously that was her church. It's a good way to turn people against her. It's just interesting. This man has got some real deep-seated issues in there. Now, there is more information coming out. I'm seeing posts of different things, and we've got to be careful about what we are sharing. I'm seeing things that are being rumoured that aren't necessarily true, and some that have been debunked already. So there will be more videos coming. I will be working through getting them done, but I will be being careful about what we are talking about and what we are sharing, because really what we need is for law enforcement to update people so people know what's going on, because otherwise this is going to get crazy, and things are going to be flying around that aren't true. So make sure you're following me for those updates on this case, and you know, do drop me your thoughts in the comments section on this. This man is unbelievable. That's it, guys. Bye.